Hello and welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're making chicken Spiedies. In upstate New York, there's a city called Binghamton, which is the home of the Spiedie, where they have the Spiedie Fest and a balloon rally, which basically is a town celebration where they serve Spiedies. To make a Spiedie, you're going to start with about 2 pounds of chicken. You're going to take this, cut off all the fat. You do not want anything like that or any hard pieces in your chicken that you're going to use. You're going to take each of these and cut them in half, and then cut them into pieces that are about 1.5 to 2 inches wide, because you're going to use these to grill. So as you go along, cut off all the excess fat, hard pieces, anything that would be unappetizing, and then cut your chicken in half and go for it. As you're cutting your chicken, remember you need to cut this at a thickness that can slide onto a skewer, because you're going to do these kind of like you would do a shish kebab, but you want to keep them round about the same size and shape. So if you look at the video, you can see the size that I was cutting mine into. Now just remember, with the size and the shape of the chicken, as you cook this, it will cook down a slight bit, so that way it's not going to be as huge a piece as you cut it. So if you want to cut it a little larger, that's fine. Once you get your chicken cut up, you're going to want to place this in a bowl to the side. You will be coming back to that soon. The next step is going to be mixing up the marinade. So we're going to start with 1/4 cup of olive oil, to that you are going to add 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. You're going to add at least enough juice that would be the equivalent of a large lemon that's been juiced. You're going to add 4 cloves of garlic minced. Then you're going to add a tablespoon of parsley. It can be fresh, it can be dried, it's your choice. 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Once you get this all in your bowl, you're going to want to mix it up. Make sure all the ingredients are mixed through to where everything is floating separately in there. You don't want anything clumped together. Scrape the sides of your bowl if you have to make sure this is mixed together. Now, once you get it completely mixed, you're going to bring it to your chicken and pour it over top. Once you get it completely in your bowl, you're going to want to stir this about to make sure all the chicken is coated, because since it is a marinade, you want it all over everything. So make sure you get all the seasoning out of your bowl to begin with, so that way you don't miss out on any of this. Now just stir through your chicken to make sure every bit of it is coated in the seasoning and the oils and everything. You want this all to be completely soaked in it. Because once you get this completely mixed, you're going to end up putting this in the fridge. I suggest for at least 24 hours. You could do it for as little as 12, but the longer you let it sit, the better the flavor is going to be. But during this time, you do need to go in and stir it up occasionally. It doesn't mean you have to do it like every 5 minutes, but I do it like every few hours or so when you have the availability to do it, just to mix it up. But make sure you cover this, put it in your fridge, and then when you're ready for this 24 hours later, bring it out and then stir it again, just to make sure everything is mixed all over everything again. Because one thing you need to remember with this chicken, when you put it into your marinade, it's actually going to start cooking because of the vinegar in it. So when you set it overnight, it's going to be partially cooked. So when we go to put this on a grill, it won't take as long to cook as you think. On the grill I'm using, an indoor one, it only took about like 10 minutes of like, flipping from side to side. So you're gonna need skewers for this, some kind of a stick, and put on as many pieces as you want. I did about 5 per stick because with the way I was doing this, I used 2 sticks per sandwich because you use Italian rolls to put this on, and about 5 pieces on each stick, 2 sticks per sub, really put a lot of chicken on there. And at the end, I had enough to make 4 like really large subs. So there is quite a bit of chicken in this, and you use all your chicken up on the 4 subs. If you wanted to put less chicken on it, you could do fewer sandwiches. Like, I had large sub buns, so if you had like smaller buns, you probably could get at least 6 of these out of it. Traditionally, this is done on an outdoor grill. I did not have the availability for one, so I used my indoor grill, which is basically a George Foreman. And once these are on the skewers, they're able to be laid right across it, close the lid, and it cooks just like it was grilling somewhere anyway. And it did a great job on them. And I was able to do 4 of these at a time. But as you can see, these things go onto the skewer really easily. It's not a big deal as far as assembling this. Just make sure that you have them a little juicy with some of the ingredients, like, as you see the flecks of like parsley or whatever floating in here, try to get them on the outside because it's going to give it more flavor. So as I said, I grill these the equivalent of about like 5 minutes per side. If you did this on a regular grill, it might take a little longer. And I took my buns, which were cut open already, and just basically put the chicken in there, hold it tight, and then pull it through, and that's going to pull the chicken off of the skewer. And once you get it onto your bun, it's your choice if you want to add other things to it. Traditionally, they do not. But at the end of the day, you can serve this with fries like you can see in the picture, and it makes a really great meal and is very filling. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.